Welcome to Dover Motor Speedway, qualifying underway for the SIDECAR Sunday Cup Series. The Gen 6 Cup cars. See the 01 of Casey Graves out on track. Bear with me being a little sick and weird sounding. Yeah, Casey Graves and Daniel Llewellyn out on track. Chicane on the 32, there he is. Graves puts up a 23.222. Daniel posts a 23.892. And Casey Graves is able to do on lap number 2. Back in slide and come out of turn number 4. Posts a 23.089. Second lap quicker for Casey Graves. Trenton Sneed out on track in the 3. Travis Martin in the 63. Jeremy Scherer the 15. Wingstop car making me hungry. And Cliff Mullins in the Curly's machine all out on track. Travis Martin goes second. Jeremy Scherer to third. Cliff Mullins then takes over third by 1/100th of a second. Trenton across the line, clocks in at a 23.571. Jeremy Scherer improves to third, and then Cliff Mullins takes it right back. He traded that spot a few times between the two of them. Yeah, Hayden the 56. Lucas and Mike Chris out on track now. Trenton's on his second lap. He just finished up. Mike Chris first lap goes to 4th. Trenton C jumps Jeremy Scherer, moves up to 5th. Lucas with a 23.070, top of the board on his first lap in the number 4 712 brakes machine. See what Hayden can do in his second lap. Out of turn number 4 he comes, sliding the back end, trying to get the power down. It is a 23.071. Should put him second, right behind Lucas. Top 3 cars pretty close together there on the timing charts. A couple of hundreds separating the top 3. And a 10th back to Martin in 4th. Other 4 have not popped out on the racetrack yet, so it looks like at the moment it is Lucas Huisman's pole to win. We'll go have a chat with Lucas if he's hanging out. Get his opinions on Dover. Hello, guys.
Yo.
Hello. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good up here on the pole right now.
Yeah, no one else is going out there, so it looks like it's all yours, all wrapped up and buttoned up nicely. How you feel about 100 laps here at the Dover, the Monster Mile concrete?
Well, not the best. I still feel comfortable here this week in anything I've done. I haven't done much. That probably doesn't help. I haven't touched the sim in like a week, so a little rusty. But you know, apparently I'm still doing okay because I'm on the pole. Hopefully I can keep that speed in a race.
A rusty Lucas Huisman of Gen 6 is still pretty damn good, I would say.
I appreciate it, but we'll see here. Hopefully I don't pull a Christopher Bell.
Lucas with his 1 millionth pole at SRL, says Rowdy from the Fake Stats channel. Oh man, what do you feel like it's gonna be like here tonight? What's the fuel run looking like? You know?
No, I don't know.
All right, we'll ask you once you get back in your race car and see the black box.
Okay.
So tell everybody about what's coming up. What next week, right, for you?
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday we're gonna have the duels in the Next Gen Cup Series, and then Thursday we'll have the single car qualifying session. So that'll be fun. A little underprepared right now, to be honest. It's kind of snuck up on me here with this whole season, so we can get everything ready by Wednesday and Thursday. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, man. Good luck in the race, and we'll see how it shakes out for you in a little bit.
Thank you, sir. See you.
Let's track down. Let's just strap in Chance Tune. Hi, surprise. Hello. How's it going? Yes? No? Maybe? Hi? Hello?
What?
There we go. How's it going?
Hello.
It's going.
Yeah, don't sound very excited for Dover.
No, not at all.
Why not? What's wrong with the car?
I hate the track.
But it's an amazing track.
No, it's not.
It's actually one of my favorites, which is weird. I would be a Cal Petty fan, though, so it makes sense. He was good here.
True.
It's an alright track for me.
So what's wrong with it? Is it sliding out of the corners? Is it's too tight? What's going on?
Killing tires.
Eating tars. Well, that's slow the fuck down and won't eat the tar so much.
Well, if I do that, then I'm gonna get lapped.
Find a way to not burn the tires off. Turn the car in earlier. Let it rotate on its own. Don't overdrive it. You know.
Yeah, I did that, and they're still like way faster than me.
All right, y'all. Well, good luck and see if you can't get a top 5 out of this tonight.
10-4.
That'd be cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
This is a chance, you guys. Just drop it on them. Let's run through our starting lineup. Have Lucas Weisman on the pole there in the 712 brakes. Ford, Hayden Lowell in the Napa Chevrolet starts in second. Casey Graves in the Join the Salute DeWalt Toyota starts in third. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man Ford, starts fourth. Cliff Mullins, the Curly's Guns N' More Chevrolet in fifth. Mike Chris in the 712 brakes Ford starts in sixth. Good to see him back. Trent Sneed in the Dirty Boys Automotive Chevrolet starts in seventh. Jeremy Scherer in the Wingstop Ford. Damn, that makes me hungry. Starting in eighth. Daniel Llewellyn, 712 brakes Chevrolet in the ninth spot. Nick Cooper in the Richmond Raceway Esports Toyota starts 10th. Travis Scripture in the P1 Racing Toyota starts 11th. And Dave Hoytsma in the Real Tree Ford starts 12th. 12 machines to do 100 laps here at Dover. And I hope everyone is strapped in and ready for that. I'm trying to get our cameras to fix. There we go. They really didn't want to change. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out, and we are underway here at Dover Motor Speedway. Lucas gets the jump as Hayden spun the tires a little bit. Lucas will be all clear into turn one. Casey Graves battling the inside for second. Also have Cliff Mullins battling the 22 of Mike Chris as Casey Graves lost the back end a little bit coming through turn two. Travis Martin got right to his bumper, but fortunately was able to back off enough that they didn't make any contact. Travis Martin battling Cliff Mullins for fifth. Is Cliff going to concede the spot early in the run? It's the tires, as he mentioned in the interview, get chewed up rather quickly here at Dover and make a huge difference. You can have nearly 2 seconds of fall off from start to finish of your run. Nick Cooper, Daniel Llewellyn battle for the ninth spot as Daniel goes up the hill. It sounded like that car bottomed out a little bit, and it took off up the hill. Nick Cooper takes over ninth. Daniel gives up 10th to Dave. Slots down in 11th, and Travis Scripture in 12th. Out front, it is Lucas Heusma in that Kevin Harvick throwback scheme. He's got himself 7/10 over Hayden Lowell over the first 3 laps. 61 laps for gas, this man says in the Twitch chat while leading at Dover. Is there anything this man can't do? That's crazy. Appreciate you. So we can get one stopper in today if we go green. They do have 3 sets of tires in the pits, so plenty of tires. We even have unlimited tires, so I may have accidentally forgot to do that. It is Lucas, Hayden, Casey of the Heusman, Lowell, and Graves varieties 1, 2, and 3. Travis Martin in 4th, Mike Chris in 5th, and then Cliff Mullins under attack from that number 3 of Trent Sneed. Teammates. I'm sure Trenton and Cliff are going to be on the same page pit-wise as Trenton gets to the outside wall coming off of turn number 4. And black, white, and gold number 3 did not have the traction. He sucked up behind his teammate, lost the nose a little bit, and just drifted into the outside wall. Doesn't seem to have hurt him too much. He looks for position on his teammate, Cliff Mullins. A little bit of a blink behind him from Jeremy Scherer in the 15. Scherer. Oh, there he's back. Might have some storms rolling through out there. Scherer is from. I'm not going to dox him, but Nick Cooper there up to 9th. Relatively calm. Daniel Llewellyn just got a big wiggle coming out of the third number 2. Travis Scripture looking for his way past in the number 18 P1 Racing Toyota. They come off side by side off turn number 4. Daniel, a bit of a wiggle, gets into the fence a little bit, and Travis Scripture able to clear for 11th. So move the purple Toyota up a spot. Closest battle is still these two. Trent Sneed out of the inside of Cliff Mullins. Jeremy Scherer getting the back end out on that 15 car as Trenton Sneed takes over 6th. Cliff drops to 7th, and Jeremy Scherer and Nick Cooper wait in the wings to try and become part of that battle. Hayden Lowell has a couple of people behind him as well. Casey Graves, Travis Martin, both within a couple of tenths. That would be the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on your screen. Apologize for the voice. We're feeling kind of under the weather. Doing what we can. Bear with me for another 90 laps. We'll get through this. Lucas steamrolling. Maintaining a 7/10 advantage over Hayden. It's like Nick Cooper in the 12 is taking advantage of the 15 getting up the hill. Nick Cooper in the 12 has moved up to 8th spot. Scherer's car seems a little tight coming off the corners. Maybe he's getting into the gas a little too early on exit, as the car is pushing out to the wall on exit. Much better that time out of 1 and 2. Go on board with Travis Martin. We'll watch the top. Well, I would say the top 4 battle, but Lucas has run away. Hey, you can see him up there. On board with the Ghost Man as he rides 4th. Behind a Toyota, Chevy, and Ford up ahead. Nice parity in sidecar. Complete lap number 12. Pit window opens, I believe, lap 39, if Lucas is telling me 61 laps, but that is assuming no overtimes and all that kind of jazz. So you get a good long run here to get tires and tire wear going. Cliff, Nick, battle for 7th. Nick Cooper has caught the back of the 37. See Nick's running it up to the high lane. They're going to drive a straighter exit here. Cliff's going to have to struggle to cut the wheel away from the wall, and that's going to open the door for Nick Cooper. Diamonding the corner always works here at Dover, no matter what you're driving. And it looks like Nick Cooper has made that pay off. Let's listen, see if we can hear where Cliff's burning them up. He's going to enter middle. Dropped it down a little too early. I think he's going to watch Nick Cooper a little bit and try to emulate him. I think he's learning right now. Oh, this time he drops it to the bottom. He's going to hug it right around the bottom. That is not usually a good Dover line. You want to diamond it a little bit. That's where he's losing his time. He's thinking he's got to wrap the bottom. So Hoytsvong, then Lowell. Lowell's pulled away a little bit from Graves. Graves still has Martin 2/10 back. Then we have Trenton Sneed. Nick Cooper's trying to run down Sneed for 6th position. A little further back, you got Scripture, Dave Hoytsma, Jeremy Scherer, and Daniel Llewellyn all bunched together, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Nick Cooper making his way towards the front. It's caught up to the 3. You see Nick Cooper's running a very exaggerated diamond. He enters kind of low this time. Let's see. Yeah, kind of low, about a half lane off the bottom. Drifts it up the hill. This time he didn't drift it up as high as he had been going, but still a beautiful diamond out of that 12, and it is moving forward. And so this end of the track, turns 3 and 4, he entered in the middle, goes up another lane to the 3rd lane, trying to find something on that higher line. Cost him a little bit of time to Trenton doing that. So he knows that's not going to be optimal. Let's go on board with the 12. I'm riding with Nick Cooper here. Chases down Trenton Steed in the 3. It's going to enter in the middle. Trenton enters low. Trenton gives up maybe 3 or 4 feet, then diamonds it back down. So he's running what you would consider like a baby diamond. Whereas Cooper was running much more exaggerated. Here in 3 and 4, he enters in the middle, goes up a lane, and then drives it back down. And the speed right here is where it pays off. He gets so much of a run into the next corner. He decided not to put the move on there, just taking his time. You see he gets a straighter drive off the corner, and it gives the car speed down the straightaway here. As he catches up to the 3 again. That's why this track's so fun to me. You do so many different little lines on exit, and it completely changes the speed and tire. Watching the field, most of the cars are getting a little spread out. Travis Martin's about 4/10 off Casey Graves now. It's the next closest battle. As Nick Cooper continues to work the back bumper of Trenton Sneed. Got a little high there. It's going to catch up to him. Trenton lightly scraped the wall. It's just so interesting to watch the two very different lines they're running. Completing lap number 24. Fuel window opens in about 14-15 laps. I think the end of lap 39. If Lucas is accurate on that 61 number, but you're probably going to want to run your tires a little longer than that to not have to go 61 laps on a set. I imagine right at that halfway point we'll see some people come in after the halfway point. If you're outside the top 10, Jeremy Sherr, Daniel Llewellyn, you might go ahead and pit before the end of the first half of the race. The points do go out at the end of halfway, so the top 10 will probably stay out until they get the points. Imagine lap 51 will be a busy pit lap. These two still going at it. Nick Cooper cannot find a way past the 3 of Trenton Sneed. Lucas well out in front. 6/10 now over Hayden, so Hayden is starting to catch back up. Reeling him in very slowly. Casey Graves in that 3rd spot. 1.4 seconds behind Hayden. Travis Martin 4/10 behind Casey Graves, as we mentioned. Mike Chris, welcome back, sir. Riding in the 5th spot here at Dover. Trent Sneed, Dirty Boys Automotive Chevy is 6th. Nick Cooper, his Toyota in 7th. Cliff Mullins, Curly Guns and More, Pinnacle Trailer Sales Chevy in the 8th spot. Travis Scripture, Race EPI Toyota. We have Daniel Llewellyn and Jeremy Sherr trading the 11th spot. It's become the new closest battle on track. These two are still going at it. No Christopher Bells early in this race. There's Trenton getting up the hill, and I think that may have been just letting the 12 go by, as he was maybe tired of seeing him in his mirror. Race control reports in the black box. It says 62.7 for the fuel mileage. So definitely a one-stopper. Most definitely a one-stopper. So about 10 laps from now, anybody in the pits can make it to the end. Gives them about a 20 lap window for everybody to complete their one pit stop this race. Lucas, Hayden, Casey, Travis, Hoytsma, Lowell, Graves, and Martin. Then Mike Chris in 5th. Nick Cooper, Trenton Sneed, Clifford Mullins, Travis Scripture, Dave Hoytsma, Daniel Llewellyn, and Jeremy Sherr. Hayden's closing in for this battle. It's under a half second now. Go on board with the Napa Chevy. Watch him try to chase down race leader Lucas Hoytsma. About a half second separating the two. Lucas, very, very obvious diamond line. Didn't quite get all the way to the bottom on exit there, but doesn't look like he needed it. Oh my gosh, Hayden trying to get the power down back into that Napa car, wiggling everywhere. I heard it while we were on board of him. Back in, tapping the wall lightly. Not ideal when you're trying to run somebody down. Well, it cost him a couple tenths. Slight slide out of the back end of the 4 car, but not very much. Back down into 1 and 2. Moves up almost a full car width, and then back down for his diamond in 1 and 2. I think 3 and 4 he runs a little bit higher. He definitely entered much higher. Stays about that lane off the bottom. Doesn't go all the way to that bottom. And that is the line Lucas is running right now. 35 laps into the run, of course. Hayden's staying just a little bit lower, and I don't know that that's helping him all that much on corner exit and straightaway speed, but that time Lucas got all the way to the bottom at 3 and 4. Then pushed it up on the center and then about a lane off the bottom on exit. I don't think I've ever seen anyone run a low, high, middle exit in 3 and 4, but Lucas is making that work. Normally you see it like a mid-entry, a high center, and a low exit. I like the backwards of that. That time he got all the way to the bottom, got up. Yeah, he's doing it again in 3 and 4, making it work. Maybe that's the meta when tires get worn out a bit. It's fascinating. Or maybe it's just Lucas Weissman doing Lucas Weissman things, and he can do anything. There's 9 wins already on the season. Hayden all in second. I think he has 2 or 3. Sorry if it's 3. I think it's 2. Let's find out. Hayden has 1 win. I thought it was more. Let's give him more credit than he deserves. And they're catching a lapped car of Jeremy Scherer. Put the 15 Wingstop machine down a lap. If I am Scherer, I would come to the pit road now. Well, you've gone a lap down. I guess you can hope for that lucky dog for a little bit. Try to get that undercut. Get back ahead of the leaders. With the fresh tire strategy. Mike Chris up to the 4th spot. Travis Martin slid down to 5th. Nick Cooper in 6th has put 1 second over Trenton. Trenton's got 2.5 over Cliff. And another 2 seconds back to Scripture. Dave Hoytsma 4 seconds back at Script, running in the 10th spot. 3 seconds back to Llewellyn. And then 6 back to now lap down Jeremy Scherer. Here goes a battle for the lead. Hayden and Lucas. Hayden going to run up the hill with the... That was tight. He made just the slightest of contact between the two. Lucas leads that lap. Lucas giving just enough room that Hayden can diamond it a little bit, but not what Hayden wants, and Lucas able to hang on to the lead. Goes back to the bottom, closes that door on Hayden. Back around to complete lap 42 and start 43. We're about 7 laps away from halfway. We'll be giving out points to the top 10. 10 points to the leader, all the way down to 1 point to 10th. Right now we got the Hoytsmas bookending the top 10. Hayden Lowell very much likes to get past and pick up the 10 points on Lucas Hoytsma. It's a good thing we reset the points because Lucas already has a full race in hand for the rest of the series. So we're going to chop out his lead after race 26 and send him off on a 10 race chase. See what they can do. Battle for the lead is the closest battle on track right now. You also have Mike Chris, Travis Martin, and Nick Cooper about 0.6 apart from one another. Hayden right to the back bumper of that number 4 Ford. Goes to the inside, down in turn number 3. Lucas leaves them plenty of room to get the diamonds. They exit side by side off turn number 4. Hayden unable to get the power down. Lucas stays ahead. It seems like the 4 car is just being able to make the 56 pinch the exit, is keeping the 4 car out in front. I think Hayden saved his tires a little bit and bided his time, but Lucas just using car positioning right now to keep Hayden at bay. Jeremy Scherer, the 15 car, hits the pit lane, has a meatball. Fortunately, we have a fast repair tonight. He'll get that car fixed back up. Get fresh tires on it, get back out there, and should be done pitting for the race, so hopefully not such a bad thing for the 15 team. You think he melted a tire? Oh, jeez. Report from the 1010's crew. I think the 15 may have blown a tire. Definitely can overdrive a car at Dover. You gotta finesse it. Hayden just studying the 4 car, trying to figure out where he's better, where he can get by, where he can make a move. Well, there you go. Report from 1010's once again. Jeremy Scherer's team got warnings about the tire system, and then it went boom. Lucas able to hold him off once again, and now has a gap built up on Hayden, and that may be all that needed to get this 10 points at halfway. Nick Cooper is also closing in on Travis Martin. We'll check on that here briefly, but let's take a peek. There they are, coming out of turn number 4 onto the halfway lap. It looks like Lucas is going to have enough of an edge over Hayden. And there you have it. Lucas Hoysway gets the 10 points. Hayden Lowe gets 9. Casey Graves 8. Mike Chris 7. Travis Martin 6. Nick Cooper 5. Trenton Sneed picks up 4. Cliff Mullins will grab 3. Travis Script 2. And Dave Weissman will get the final point at our halfway stage. We stay green. Keep it rolling. Lucas Weissman out in front. Gets past Daniel Wallen. Puts him 1 lap down. Hopefully Daniel and Hayden have gotten past their crap. Looks like they did. Good. Mike Chris to the pit lane. Right after halfway. Kind of where I thought they might start to show up. 37, Cliff Mullins also on the pit lane. I'm sure he's cussing out his lack of grip. Top 2, when do they pit? Casey Graves is actually not that far away either. Casey's been working his way back into this picture. Nick Cooper 4 seconds back, running in 4th right now. And Trenton Sneed on the pit lane is number 3 car. Probably see everyone before lap 60. Looks like Hoysma and Lowell want to go as long as they can. Dave Hoysma hits the pit lane. 79 machine coming down for service. Mike Chris headed back out. You do lose 2 laps here when you pit, so you got to hope it stays green and not go a lap down. But so far, everyone seems pretty in control. The 18 Scripture hits the pit lane. Daniel Wallen now in 7th, does not yet pit, plus the top 5. Mike Chris, first car, has pit in 8th place on new tires. Currently shown 2 laps down. You see him in the background there, the Caterpillar-looking machine. Nice Ward Burton throwback. He's currently in the 8th spot. Watch how much faster he is than the 01 who hasn't pit yet. Casey just gives him the top, lets him go. It's like all the cars that have pit so far have been clean and clear. Don't see any black flags. The top 6 still to pit. Probably about 4 to 5 laps before they have to do it. There you see the 22 unlapping himself as he goes by the 56 and now the 4. And he'll be 1 lap down instead of 2. Daniel Wallen still holds the lucky dog right now, should the yellow fly. Lucas has opened up 3/10 on Hayden here. Hayden may have burned up his stuff a little bit. As he ran down and ran right behind Lucas. Jeremy Sher behind them. Currently 3 laps down. He'd like to get to 2. Uh-oh, Casey Graves picked up a black flag entering the pit lane. Oh no. Looks like he sped. Here comes the 01 on a pit entry here on a replay. Everything's okay there, but he's just a little too fast. Right there at the timing line. Casey Graves going to pick up a pit penalty. Unfortunate for the 01 team. That is a huge, huge thing at Dover. And Hayden, going to be the first of our leaders to blink. 56, first one to the pit lane. He's going to try to get the lead from Lucas Hoytsma by being the first one to pit. I am sure Lucas will come down next lap. Not this one. He's staying out for this one. He was going way too fast. Nick Cooper on the pit lane. Daniel Llewellyn on the pit lane, trying to figure out what's going on there. It's going to cost Nick Cooper some time, I think, with Daniel going through the boxes. Hayden in his pit stall. Nick Cooper in his. Lucas stays out. Travis still out there. See if Lucas is staying out once again. He told me 61 laps, so we're about to be on lap 61. So, should be any time now. It's Mike Chris up to 3rd with the pit strategy, being the first car to pit. It is Lucas Hoytsma and Travis Martin, the only 2 cars that have not made their only pit stop. Casey clears the black flag, but unfortunately that extra 40 seconds really going to doom his race, drop some weight on. Lucas misses pit lane. Lucas Hoytsma completely missed the pit lane, trying to pit that 4 car through turns 3 and 4 with too much speed. He knew it, and instead of going forward and getting the pit penalty, he just blows by the pit lane. Hopefully he has that extra lap of fuel and didn't put it right on the edge. And he's calling it out to Nick Cooper. Cooper running 7th, going to unlap himself there, go from 2 to 1. And here comes race leader Lucas Hoytsma on lap 62. This time gets it on the pit lane. We'll see if he was clear of the black flag. I don't see any indication from the scoring monitors yet, so I think that was a clean entry. That hands the race lead to Travis Martin, picks up a lap lead here as the 63 car leads on lap 63. Running a very high diamond line. Here comes the 01 on brand new tires, going to blow by the race leader. Casey Graves will go to 2 laps down. Unfortunately, lost an extra lap from the pit stop. Mike Chris making his way by Travis Martin. I can't believe he's still out there. He's just hoping for the yellow, I think. Want to run it dry. See if we. There it is, 63. Ran it as far as he could. Leads lap 63, so that's cool. And into the pit lane he comes on lap 64. He's going to miss the commitment cone. He's going to stop on the racetrack. He is not doing good right now. Tires catching our race leader, Travis Martin, out. He's going to have to limp that thing around and hope it has enough fuel. Unfortunate for the Ghost Man. Could not get it onto the pit lane. We saw Lucas have trouble with it, and then Travis Martin. Pit lane really catching some people out here. Meanwhile, Lucas Hoytsma after the pit stop is 7th. We saw the problems he had getting on and off the pit lane, and that hands the race lead to Michael Christopher when he comes around and passes the pitting 63 car. Travis Martin just blew a tire entering the pit lane. It's a good place to do it. Mike Christopher, your leader, now by 1.6 seconds over Hayden Lull here at Dover. Nick Cooper just got by Trenton Steed on the racetrack, and he'll move up to 3rd. Trenton Steed 4th, Cliff Mullins 5th. Lucas now 6th. Lucas probably kicking himself, as is Casey Graves. Both those cars had great runs going. Mike Chris has 1.1 seconds over Hayden. The tire difference is about 7 laps between the two. Hayden Lull has 7 lap fresher tires than race leader. And that is certainly an advantage. He's already picked up 2/10 this lap, chasing down race leader Mike Christopher. Lucas has made his way past Trenton and up to the 4th spot. Casey Graves passes the pitting Travis Martin machine. So pit lane throwing in quite the variety for this race. Did not expect that. And the monster biting some people on the pit lane. All right. Hayden, just like that. I was looking away. Hayden gets past Mike Chris. Takes the lead. I just pulled a fox. I missed the... Stack it up. There you go. Mike Chris behind the 63 loses the nose a little bit. Has to slow down a corner exit. That opens up the invitation to Hayden Lowell on the inside. Mike Chris tries to throw it in there deep and keep on the quarter panel, but it was all over. Hayden Lowell took the race lead just like that. Now he is passing the 79 of Dave Hoytsman to put him one lap down. 30 laps to go. When they get back to the stripe, Nick Cooper and Lucas Hoytsman, they trade that third spot. It's Cooper up the track. Lucas gets past. Lucas has 4-lap fresher tires than the 12 does. The only car with fresher tires is Travis Martin, but he is mired after that, missing the pit lane situation. Casey Graves gets past Jeremy Scherer, takes over 10th. It's like Scherer maybe on the apron in the 15. He's limping that car around onto the pit lane for the 15. You see the leader Hayden go by. Out in front by 1.5 seconds over Mike Chris and should be extending that. Lucas is the one to watch, and he just gave up so much time missing the pit lane that it's going to be hard to catch back up without any kind of help. And he has cleared Nick Cooper and starting to pull away. Hayden out in front, and all the battles are now over a second as Nick Cooper is falling off of Lucas Hoytsman. Trenton in the 5th spot. He said he'd be happy with the top 5. Here he is in that 5th spot. Way to go, Mr. Trenton. Clip in 6th. Travis Scripture up to 7th. He started at the tail of the field. Dave Hoytsman 8th. Daniel running 9th. Casey Graves probably pretty mad at himself, picking up that pit penalty. One of the trickiest pit lanes in NASCAR. So I catch out some of the best here in this race. And Jerry Scherer on and out the pit lane a second time. He wanted to get some fresh tires and have an enjoyable run to the finish. Don't blame him at all. Travis Martin, Casey Graves, close proximity, 01 and 63 machines. Travis does have a little bit fresher tire on that Ghostman Ford. See where he decides to take the run, try to get into the top 10. Goes to the bottom. Casey Graves kind of knows it, gives him the inside lane. Travis Martin moves up to 10th, back inside that top 10. Lucas is catching Mike Christopher. About 11 lap fresher tires than his teammate ahead. Those two Fords are teammates at low drag. 4-car. Lucas Hoytsman catches up to the back of the 22 of Mike Christopher in a hurry. He is there. Has to kind of wait for the teammate to get up off the corner before he can dive to the inside. And now we keep an eye on the watch. It is 4 seconds between Lucas Hoytsman and Hayden Lowell. And he has 24 laps to try and make up that gap. Roughly, I'm trying to do math in my head, 6 laps to make up a second kind of deal, kind of situation. So he needs to make up over 2/10 a lap, and at the moment he is doing it. Let's see if he can maintain that pace. 3.8 at the line. He's able to pick up 2/10 every time. He very well could get there. Here's Hayden up in front in the Napa machine. Travis Martin gets by Daniel Llewellyn. Moves Travis up to the 9th spot. He'll try to track down Dave Hoytsman next. It is a long way to get to him. 3.4 the gap. Lucas is really charging corner entry based on the timing that we're watching. Hayden's getting him a little bit on exit. Watch Hayden in the 56 down the backstretch. 15 Jeremy Scherer behind him on fresher tires. Could catch up and pass him and cost him a little time. So we'll see how that plays out with the 56 and 15. Casey Graves is catching Daniel Llewellyn for 10th. $19 laps to go here at Dover Motor Speedway. Your leader Hayden Lowell by 2.8 over Lucas Hoysa. Won't look now, but Lucas is definitely catching him. I wonder if Hayden is saving something, trying to put some theatrics in it. You never know with him. There he is. Jeremy Scherer just behind him. Travis Scripture up ahead of him. Casey Graves now within a second of Daniel Llewellyn. That's the battle for 10th. Hayden catching up to Travis Scripture could cost him some extra time. This gap sits right now 2.7. The Napa machine staring in the back of that purple Toyota goes to the inside. He'll clear the lap machine now of Travis Scripture in 7th. 6 cars left on the lead lap.
Thank you, Travis.
Hayden able to clear the traffic. Lucas 2.7 seconds back. See if he's able to make inroads. Let's go on board as he tries to chase race leader Hayden Lowell up ahead. See who we see. Well, there is the 2 lap cars plus the leader. All 3 of them going into 3. So look back from Hayden. That is not the one I want. That's the one I want. And then we can use this. 2.4, you see it, the black and silver car all the way to the top of your screen, right behind that SIDECAR logo. That is Lucas behind these 2 lap machines. 15 to go, he's in the picture. Only just, but he is in there, 2.3 the gap. Let's keep plugging away at it. Meanwhile, Daniel and Casey Graves, 10th place battle with 14 to go. One pretty equal tires, both of them 28 laps since they last pit. Daniel way up the hill, right up to the wall. That's going to open the door for Casey Graves. Sticks the nose of that Toyota in there. Woo! Nearly made contact. And Daniel tags the wall a little bit. That was almost the worst thing for Hayden. Casey Graves giving Daniel so much room. Finally gets cleared. Graves up into the top 10. Daniel drops to 11th. 2 seconds. 12 laps remaining. 2 seconds. Lucas has been routinely beating him by about 2/10. That is what he needs to do. Keep up that pace. He'll be there right at the end. That lap only a 10th quicker. That is not good. 11 laps to go. He's got to get it back to that 2/10 rate, but he's passing the lap traffic of Jeremy Scherer and Travis Scripture. He'll go to the inside on script, get past. Jeremy Scherer going to go through, not for position though. The gap still at 2 seconds, so he's got to kick it in the afterburners now that he's cleared the traffic. Let's see what race leader Hayden has up ahead. Oh, he's got 2 or 3 cars up there. I don't know if we'll catch him in the next 9 laps, but that's Cliff Mullins running 6th. I believe that's... No, that's not Trenton. Can't tell who that is just ahead of him. Here's Cliff. Oh, it's Daniel. Oh, no. The last thing Hayden wants to see is a Daniel Llewellyn. 9 laps to go. Still hanging out about 1.9. I think Lucas really pushed to try and catch back up. And it's impressive he got it down to 2 seconds. But I don't know if he has anything left in the car. Hayden was quicker last lap. And then Travis Martin, Dave Hoytsma. Travis picking up the 8th spot, trying to recover from his missing pit lane. Seven laps to go here at Dover Motor Speedway. 1.8. I just don't think there's enough time. It's going to take a miracle or somebody really holding them up. Mike Chris in third, in position for a podium finish, and at number 22. Good to see Mike Chris out here. Nick Cooper running fourth, Trenton Sneed in fifth. There's your top 5, and Trenton said he'd be ecstatic with the 5th here at Dover. Well, Hayden's caught Daniel. Daniel's bouncing it off the wall. Hayden able to get by. Probably had to hold his breath a little bit there. Probably looking at his mirrors while he brushed the wall right there. A little paranoid around the 32, and you really can't blame him after how it's gone a little bit this season. Able to get around Daniel Llewellyn. And Cliff Mullins trying to stay on the lead lap with 5 to go, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen for him. Still a solid effort on a race going 100 laps green and just now going a lap down. Cliff probably not too upset about one less lap around here. Doesn't like this place much. That gap's 1.1, so Hayden did give up some space passing Llewellyn, but it's just not enough with 4 to go. Laps winding down here at Dover Motor Speedway. It's Hayden Lowell out in front of Lucas Hoytsma. And really, those are the only cars within 2 seconds of each other. This field got very spread out. Lucas is going to be wondering what if, after kicking up that time loss from pitting and missing the pit lane, having to pit the next time around, still able to run back down to within 1 second of Hayden, and then just kind of bottomed out there as Hayden Lowell not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Down the backstretch for the final time into turns 3 and 4 go the Napa Chevrolet. The Evers Fever Podcast Sidecar Sunday Series. Checker flag waves. It is going to be the 56 of Hayden Lowell in the Napa Chevy picking up the win here at Dover Motor Speedway. Lucas Hoytsma is going to be a disappointed second. And the 22 of Mike Chris. Welcome back, sir.
Dave, I was planning on running behind you there. I'm on the black flag.
And across the line, Mike Chris takes third. Nick Cooper fourth.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just really worked out. It just kind of got me left out.
Trenton across the line takes 5th place. Cliff Mullins, Travis Scripture, Travis Martin, Dave Hoytsman, Casey Graves round out your top 10, but it is the 56 of Hayden Lowell getting the win, and Daniel coming up to say hi. Gives him a little fender rub. Burn him down. Bring Hayden in here into 56. Hayden DG,
Hey,
got a copy? Hi. Surprise.
Hi.
Well, you got the victory here at Dover. 100 lapper. Looks like Lucas's pit strategy, where he kind of missed the pit entry, gave it up to you here. You think you would have held him off if that didn't happen?
No, I think that was the gap I needed to hold him off. I pit a little earlier than him because my tires were better. I just couldn't get around him, so I tried to undercut him and hope he would come the next lap to keep tires pretty similar. But no, he stayed out, and then when I heard he missed pit lane, I was like, all right, this is my McQueen blew a tire moment. and kind of booked it for a couple laps, and I got a gap, and then went back to saving, and it was enough to hold him off. I'm finally getting the second win of the season. 2 to Lucas's fucking 18 or something.
It's only 9.
Oh boy, only 9.
I started the broadcast by saying you had 2 wins, so you made me correct.
Not wrong, just early.
Yeah, exactly. All right, congrats on the win here at Dover. What do you like? You like this track? A lot of people hate it.
I like Dover. I wouldn't say I love Dover. I do like Dover. Tire conservation here seems to be my issue. Blake and Lucas are both better than me. But luckily, Blake didn't show up and Lucas made a mistake. So, just kind of hung in there and finally got a win here. I can't think of another time I've won here. That doesn't mean I haven't. I've got 100 of them. I'm gonna forget some, but
brag. Why don't you? Gosh.
I can't remember winning here at Dover before.
Well, there you go. Congrats on winning at Dover in the Sidecar Sunday Series. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us?
Yeah, Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, Madigan Motorsports, Low Drag Esports, as always. Use Swiss for putting on the broadcast, Ethan Evers, and the Evers Fears podcast for putting on our Sunday League and all the other leagues God, I'm out of practice of this. All the other sponsors and admin that put on I'll figure out how many series on days of the week. But finally
have a Merry Christmas and a happy off season.
Exactly. I finally wanted a track with a victory lane. We're in victory lane here at Dover.
Hooray!
Yay!
All right, get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
As Hayden Law in the 56. Strap him down in that channel. There we go. And bring in Lucas up here. Nope, not that 4 car. We need this 4 car. There we go. Nope, come on. Let me drag. Lucas, hi.
Hi.
Well, it looks like you kind of gave that one away, my friend.
Yeah, nice little 3 seconds I gave up by trying to make up a 1/10 of a second on pit entry.
Gosh, gotta hate yourself for that.
Yeah, you know what? I just look back at it though. If I had committed, I was totally running into the barrels. So I'm glad I just turned off.
Oh yeah, you were gonna die if you tried. Oh man.
I was not doing. I saw somebody do that earlier this week in an official. So.
Oof. Yeah. Then let's see. Casey sped onto the pit lane, and Travis missed one as well. So you're in good company. A lot of really good drivers having trouble on pit road tonight.
Yeah, LHM masterclass tonight on pit road.
All right, bud. Well, congrats on the P2 recovery. It didn't hurt you as bad as I thought it might. You were down to 7th at one point and drove your way back up to 2nd, so that was pretty cool to watch. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for your second place here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. As always, Quinn and 712 Brakes. My family for watching, you for broadcasting and putting this whole thing on, and everybody for racing tonight. And make sure to check out everything starting this week and next week here in SRL and CTC. It's going to be a fun time.
Like, yeah, I didn't have to remind you. You did it on your own. All right, bud. Get out of here. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here next Sunday.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Mike Chris. I get to interview the great Michael Christopher. Hi.
Oh, wow. I forgot all about that. What's going on?
Hey, do you remember how to do these? Oh, man. You brought it home 3rd tonight. How was it out here at Dover? Is this one of your favorite tracks?
Yeah, well, usually I can't. I'm busy Sundays anyways, but I had a free Sunday and I saw it was Dover and I was like, absolutely.
Well, yeah.
This is fun. I love this track, especially in these cars with the higher horsepower. It's
oh,
a good
yeah.
time.
Gotta manage it. Gotta manage power off the corner, keep it from smacking shit out of the wall. Yeah, it's a good time. I love it here.
Yeah, and this tire model I enjoy compared to the next gen, which I think this one you have to save your tires a little bit. I think in the new model for the next gen, you kind of you can push it real hard. So.
Yeah, you pretty much just run qualifying every lap.
Yeah.
Which I suck at, so I suck at the next gen.
Well, exactly, yeah.
All right, well, congrats on this podium finish here on your random moonlight here at Dover in the Sidecar Sunday Cup Series, man. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us?
Just fun racing with all my friends this week. Shout out to everybody in Low Drag. That was a good time. I'm glad I get to race. I didn't really race around people a whole lot. I feel like everybody just spread out, but that was all right. It's still fun.
Yeah, but then you still let Lucas pass you.
That's true.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to have to say 712 breaks since no one else said it. Poor Quinn out there. Got
Oh,
all these cars
man.
with it on there, and no one else says it. Jeez.
He gets on me because every time I do an interview, I forget or I say the numbers wrong. So yeah.
There you go. I got you, Quinn. I care. All right, man. Congrats on coming out here and whipping our butt pretty good, except for the those two fast guys out in front. You get the best of the rest. Best of the rest. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, man. Get on out of here. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, we'll see you back here sometime.
All right, thanks, buddy.
That's the 22 of Mike Chris, bringing it home in third. Congrats once again to Hayden Lowell. Let's run through our final results here real quick and see how things shape up. Yeah, Hayden with the win. Lucas 1.4 seconds back when it was all said and done. Got it down to right at 1 second. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough time to get back up there and give us a battle for the end, so Hayden Lowell gets the win. Lucas second, Mike Chris third, Nick Cooper and Trenton Seed round out the top 5. Trenton said he'd be really excited with a top 5, and look at there, Trenton getting that 5th spot. Then you have Cliff Mullins, Travis Scripture, Travis Martin, Dave Hoisman, Casey Graves, and our final few, Daniel Llewellyn, Jeremy Shearer, and Matt Banky just went in there to check the fuel for me, so I appreciate him doing that. That was our race control for tonight. Thanks to him for that. Thanks to all of you for watching back at your homes. We appreciate you being here, and hopefully we'll see you guys back here on next weekend. Thank you guys so very much, and we'll see you soon. That wraps up the old YouTubes. Now we're back on Twitch. Get the music playing. We don't have any whodunits. If you have some